Welcome back, my people. We're going to be discussing Scream 3. Sorry to say, but this is the weakest of the series, man. Not that bad of a movie, but it was easily the worst of the original trilogy. This movie was lame. It was boring, and at times it was very idiotic. This third entry in the series is, without question, the worst of the group, and thankfully the producers decided to end the series right there, although another sequel would follow, and we'll talk about that on the next one. But this time out, Stab 3 is in production. Prior to this film, in part 2, they're starting to film an actual movie in the movie named Stab, and in this film we get to Stab 3, and it's in production. And another Ghostface killer is knocking off the cast members one by one, which makes Sidney, played by Neve Campbell, come out of hiding and face the killer one last time. Or Dewey, get this one last time. Dewey, played by David Arquette, and Gale Weathers, played by Courtney, reprised their roles in this movie and are back, as well as they're good friends in this one, and they count the suspects that are basically coming down. And the first film was a masterpiece of a genre, while the second was a very good follow-up. But this third film was so depressingly bad that you can't help but wish it either never got made or some sort of major rewrites were done. The production history is pretty much well known with the first two films. Pretty much with the writer leaving the project. And Craven only agreed to do it if the studio would let him make another film. And Campbell only agreed to work a limited amount of days in this film. You can tell that no one wanted to make this movie. The entire thing just comes off very flat. The actors look very uninvolved, energetic, unenthusiastic. This movie was definitely a cash grab. I'm still not exactly sure why everyone involved was so angry at this film and the series, because this movie could have definitely been one of the best movies in the franchise, easily. But, you know, they chose to go a different direction. It's a shame about their feelings with this movie. I guess in the first place, you have to start with the screenplay. That doesn't come close to capturing the mood and the spirit and the tone of a Kevin Williamson story. The attempts at humor are really lame, but even worse are the attempts to try and talk about the pop culture, which was a major winning point in the first two films with Jamie Kennedy, but he's not in this movie, right? He died in the second film. The cameo by the likes of Jay and Silent Bob just aren't funny. They come off extremely forced. The story isn't any better. And the mystery around the events this time is just downright embarrassing. I won't ruin the ending, but when the killer and the motives are revealed, you just can't help but roll your eyes. You want to throw something at the screen. I know I did. And you wonder, what the fuck were they thinking? Campbell's character isn't in the film too much, but the actress seems to be wishing she was anywhere else. This is the first time you see she has no passion or emotion in her performance. She doesn't match her standard that was set in the first two movies. Arquette and Cox do their best, but the characters are missing that chemistry in this one for some reason. I don't know if they were getting divorced around this time, or I don't know what was going on, but this movie definitely took a hit. Live Schreiber, Roger Corman, Jamie Kennedy, Patrick Dempsey, all appear in brief parts in this movie. Parker Posey plays the actress playing Gale Weathers and brings just about the only energy you're going to see from any character in the movie. You know, Craven has to take a big portion of the blame as well, because every suspense sequence is poorly shot and the direction can't be seen because there's not an ounce of tension or drama. Scream 3 is just a complete mess from start to finish, and it's a real shame that everyone involved were only involved for money in this one. A film just as lackluster as its, I can't even say its predecessor, because part 2 is leaps ahead of this movie, you know? You know, Scream 3 has major problems. But with that being said, I didn't think it was all that bad. It had a lot of positive reinforcements. The production values, you could tell they were great when they were supposed to be great. The score and sound are still effective. The direction of the movie was okay. It could have been better. The performances were credible, you know, although a lot of them checked out. But not to mention the Ghostface returned in this movie, and he was still as iconic, as creepy as ever. However, the story, very unoriginal, rather pedestrian. The ending is so silly and predictable, like I was saying. And apart from Ghostface and the characters not being as interesting as prior, all in all, not bad, but very underwhelming, very disappointing. So don't go into this movie with too much hype. You're gonna come out disappointed. But that's my review on this one. Look forward to the next one. If you liked this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Please hit that notification bell. Until the next one, peace.